Hey, how about some good news? Yes, this coming from Cosmic Book News. Brian Michael Bendis is leaving the Superman titles. Apparently, in a recent interview with Off Panel, I'm not familiar with them, but anyway, Bendis revealed he is leaving. I'm heading toward the end of my run on Superman, so I've been more reflective on it, and I'll never be more grateful than I got to heal my near-death experience through Superman and then get through this pandemic. I guess he had health problems or something. I wasn't aware of that, but so there you go. Well, glad he's feeling better, but also very glad that he's leaving Superman because he's just been awful to it. I had to quit the title altogether because he's so bad. And all the dumb things he's done with it and with Superboy and all that is just terrible. Which is sad because right before he came on, Dan Jurgens was doing a really good job. I mean, it was actually getting very good. And then this car crash. Now, the bad part of this is as to when he'll actually leave, he says, it's so far away. Kind of an odd headline. Don't even worry about it today, tweeted Bendis last Wednesday. Oh, jeez. Oh no. But so the article continues, it's also unknown if Bendis will be sticking with DC Comics following his Superman run, or taking on a different title, or even possibly leaving for another publisher. Well, Bendis is one of these guys who had some good runs early on. I really enjoyed his take on the Dark Avengers that he did. That was obviously an event-oriented thing, and so it couldn't last. I suppose they could have worked it into a new version of Thunderbolts or something along those lines. But anyway, and then that was it. He kind of just whatever skill and talent he had was just gone, and it just everything he did was just kind of stupid here and there. Of course, he fell in with the PC crowd and that sort of thing, but even that's not the totality of what was wrong. He just wasn't any good anymore. I mean, actually, he says, he was driven by white guilt in a lot of his stories, and I suppose there's some credibility to that, but actually, Miles Morales is not a bad idea that he did with the Ultimate Spider-Man deal, and that's where it was good. And now, of course, Marvel Comics reduced him to a token and all this sort of thing. But but what he really wanted was to get involved in Hollywood. He wanted to be producing movies and TV shows, and it almost happened. But well, again, he wasn't very good at it. And so Feige comes in and just takes over everything and gave him and Jeff Loeb the boot, and that was the end of that. And he goes over to DC, obviously not really interested in comic books anymore, thinking perhaps he could become involved in the DC movies, and then that has not happened, and I don't think will. It is perhaps one think that AT&T is paying attention to how things are received. Obviously, they went forward with the Snyder Cut, and that was all based on fan enthusiasm for it. So is there any fan enthusiasm from business on Superman? No, there is not. And so I don't know that you can say that, they're shoving him out the door and that he's actually been fired or whatnot, and then this is a way for him to save face. But since he didn't give an actual timeline here, it could be sometime next year before he's off that book, if it's still being published. Because, yeah, I don't know what form DC Comics will be in the near future, so it might not really even matter. And a lot of this is probably far too late for what situation that'll be in and where it'll be farmed out to and all that sort of thing. Going forward, but he didn't get into Hollywood through that either. So where else he can go, I don't know. But he's not the guy that was going to get that kind of bump when they're paying attention to what's liked and what isn't, and that's what they got to bank on. And looking for what might produce some cash for them, because AT&T has a lot of debt, and they need these properties to produce. And when you've got an ill-received writer on their main superhero of Superman here, that's pretty bad. And especially when Superman was actually getting good until Bendis took over and just ruined it. So there you go. He's leaving the book, thank God, but it's probably too late. And but, you know, maybe something good could come out of this, and they can get a hot writer on it, and the Superman book will be really good in whatever form it takes. I don't know. But when something's really great and really good, it becomes a success unto itself. And who knows? Perhaps Superman can save DC Comics. Yeah. Probably not. Anyway, there you go. A little tidbit. All right. Thank you for watching and listening. Why not like and subscribe and check out that link description below. That'll take you to my mini stores and have plenty of goodies for you. You know, hats, mugs, stickers, posters, all that goody stuff. Plus, you can head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book Night Night. Oh, yeah. Plus, you can also catch my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, over at radiomisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on my channel at BitChute. That's the Mr Nailsin channel on BitChute.com.